The New York Yankees have been through a whirlwind lately, a storm of activity that's reshaping the very core of the team's identity as the regular season races toward its final stretch. This isn't just the usual flurry of deadline trades or minor adjustments here and there. No, what we're witnessing is a profound shift, a strategic recalibration designed not merely to patch holes or chase a playoff spot, but to build a foundation of strength and resilience for the immediate, future, and beyond. At the heart of this transformation lies the bullpen, a unit that for months has been the Achilles heel of the Bronx Bombers. The numbers tell a brutal story. Over the past several weeks, the relief corps posted an earned run average that ranks among the worst in the entire Major League Baseball. That's no small matter when you consider the critical role a reliable bullpen plays in today's game. Late innings, tight scores, and high-pressure moments demand arms that can shut down opponents, keep the momentum on the home team side, and preserve the work done by the starters. But the Yankees' bullpen was hemorrhaging established names, who once carried the load with dominance, were struggling to find their form. Injuries piled up, robbing the team of key contributors just when they were needed most. What was once a reliable asset had turned into a liability, putting enormous strain on the starting rotation and forcing the offense to score in bunches to cover the pitching shortfalls. It was clear to the front office that a drastic overhaul was necessary. Waiting it out or hoping for a sudden turnaround wasn't an option. The decision was to go all in on rebuilding this crucial segment of the roster, to bring in fresh talent with high upside and proven ability to close games, hold leads, and keep opposing hitters off balance. The centerpiece of this overhaul was the acquisition of David Bednar from the Pittsburgh Pirates. This move sent shockwaves through the league because Bednar isn't just another reliever. He's a high-caliber, late-inning specialist whose skill set matches the Yankees' immediate needs perfectly. Standing 6'1" with a fastball that touches the upper 90s and a devastating curveball that drops nearly 20 miles per hour slower, Bednar has quietly emerged as one of the game's premier bullpen arms in recent years. Despite a rocky patch in 2024 and a slow start to the current season, Bednar's recent performance since returning from a stint in AAA has been nothing short of dominant. In close to 40 innings on the mound, his earned run average sits well below 2. Strikeouts come at a blistering rate exceeding 1/3 of batters faced, and his control has tightened to the point that walks are rare. Left-handed hitters, who often cause trouble for many pitchers, have been virtually powerless against him, managing only a feeble batting average and slugging percentage combined. Landing Bednar was no small price. The Yankees parted with several promising prospects, a young catcher known for his power at the plate, a defensively sound backstop with sharp pitch recognition, and a speedster outfielder who's already stolen more than 24 bases in the lower minors. It was a calculated risk, sacrificing future potential for immediate bullpen strength. And when a team is locked in a playoff push with an eye on October glory, such gambles often define the season. But the Yankees weren't finished retooling their relief corps. Not long after Bednar's arrival, they added Jake Bird from the Colorado Rockies. Bird isn't quite at Bednar's level, but he brings versatility and durability, qualities every bullpen needs. While his numbers over the summer took a hit, he showed steady reliability in the earlier part of the season and has the skill set to absorb innings and ease the load on the more dominant arms. His ground ball-inducing fastball fits the Yankees' style perfectly, and his contract control extends well into the future, giving the team another piece to build around. Then came the surprise addition of Camilo Doval, a fiery right-hander who had been closing games for the Giants. Doval's numbers speak to his impact. Solid strikeout rates, a healthy ground ball percentage, and an electric presence on the mound. Though his walk rate is a bit of a concern, the potential upside and energy he brings to the Yankees bullpen cannot be overstated. With Doval joining Bednar, Weaver, and the recently acquired Bird, the Yankees have transformed what was once a leaky bullpen into an intimidating arsenal. This trio, all under team control for at least the next couple of seasons, signals a shift not just in the current campaign, but in the team's long-term bullpen strategy. The Yankees aren't just trying to survive the stretch run, they're aiming to dominate for years to come. Alongside these new faces, the existing bullpen core remains intact, with familiar names who, despite recent struggles, have the talent and experience to contribute meaningfully once healthy. Veterans returning from injury and young arms on the rise complete the picture of a relief staff that has moved from shaky to stacked in a matter of weeks. But while the bullpen has grabbed the spotlight, the real pressure now shifts to the starting. Rotation. No matter how effective the late innings become, a team needs starters who can go deep into games, keep the opponent's offense in check, and reduce the strain on the bullpen. The Yankees' rotation has been tested by injuries and inconsistency, but features some key performers who have risen to the occasion. Carlos Rodon, despite a history of injury since joining the Yankees, has stepped up as the staff ace by necessity. His ability to consistently deliver quality innings has been invaluable, even if his velocity isn't what it once was. What matters most is his endurance and command, which have allowed the Yankees to keep their postseason hopes alive when many other arms have faltered or gone down. Then there's Max Fried, acquired with great expectations but sidelined by a nagging blister that threatens to derail his contributions. When fully healthy, Fried is a true #1 starter, mixing precision with movement and an array of breaking balls that keep hitters off balance. The Yankees are managing his workload carefully, prioritizing October over August, knowing that having him ready for the playoffs could make all the difference. Marcus Stroman adds a unique flavor to the rotation with his fierce competitiveness and energy on the mound. He may not overpower hitters with sheer velocity, but his craftiness, control, and intensity make him a formidable presence every fifth day. His performances have often set the tone for the team's gritty victories, proving that leadership on the mound can come in many forms. Rounding out the current rotation is Will Warren, a young right-hander still finding his footing in the majors. Warren is raw and learning on the fly, showing flashes of brilliance but also moments of inconsistency. The Yankees clearly see his potential and are giving him the opportunity to develop under pressure, knowing that these experiences will shape him into a valuable contributor in the seasons to come. Beyond the 4 starters currently on the mound, the Yankees face a daunting list of injured pitchers, many of whom are expected to play pivotal roles. Garrett Cole, the reigning ace and multiple-time Cy Young Award candidate, remains sidelined with a significant elbow injury. His potential return for the playoffs could dramatically shift the team's fortunes. But the Yankees are approaching his rehab with caution, aware of the risk that come with rushing back from such setbacks. Luis Severino, once poised to secure a rotation spot with his electric fastball and dynamic arsenal, also sits on the injured list. His recovery timeline uncertain. The team hopes to see him back to full health and contributing in the near future. But for now, his absence creates a gap in the rotation depth that the Yankees are working hard to fill. Clark Schmidt, who had been a reliable rotation piece earlier in the season, has also been lost to injury. While not season-ending, his time on the shelf has forced the Yankees to accelerate the development of younger arms and lean heavily on their bullpen reinforcements. The ripple effects of these injuries extend into the bullpen as well. Relievers like Fernando Cruz, Jake Cousins, Yerry De Los Santos, and Ryan Yarrow, who would typically be integral parts of the pitching staff, are also unavailable, forcing the Yankees to dig deep into their minor league system and make the aggressive trades that brought Bednar, Bird, and Doval to New York. Then, of course, there's Aaron Judge, the heartbeat of the Yankees lineup and one of the most feared hitters in baseball. Seeing his name on the injured list is a gut punch to any Yankees fan. The elbow strain that sidelined him could not have come at a worse moment, with the playoff race tightening and the offense struggling to maintain consistency without his presence. Fortunately, all signs point toward a relatively short absence. Judge has begun light workouts and is progressing steadily. The hope is to see him back in the lineup by mid-August, just in time for the stretch run. But the Yankees are playing the long game here, knowing that his full health and impact in October are far more critical than rushing him back too soon. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. In a stunning turn of events that has sent shockwaves through the baseball world, the New York Yankees find themselves at the center of an unfolding controversy that could dramatically alter the course of their season. Reports emerging from sources close to Major League Baseball suggest that the league has imposed a rare and severe punishment on the Bronx Bombers, retroactively stripping the team of 4 victories from their current season record. While MLB has yet to release a full official statement outlining the details, insiders indicate that the decision stems from a violation of league regulations, possibly involving the use of unauthorized technology or conduct deemed detrimental to the competitive integrity of the game. Though nothing has been conclusively proven and no names have been publicly linked to the alleged infractions, the mere suggestion that one of the league's most storied franchises could be entangled in such a scandal has fueled speculation across the baseball community. Fans, analysts, and rival teams alike are now buzzing with theories about what truly transpired behind the scenes. As whispers grow louder, one question remains. Could this punishment be the tip of the iceberg, hinting at a deeper, more complex narrative that is still waiting to unfold? Speculation continues to mount as observers dissect what this unprecedented sanction might mean for the Yankees and the broader landscape of Major League Baseball. The removal of 4 wins from the team's record is not merely symbolic. It could dramatically shift standings, wildcard contention, and playoff projections. Some are suggesting that the league's decision is part of a broader effort to demonstrate a zero-tolerance stance on any form of cheating or rule bending, particularly in light of recent scandals involving other franchises in years past. The Yankees, known for their meticulous professionalism and legacy of success, now find themselves defending their reputation amidst a sea of rumors. Commentators have pointed out inconsistencies in game footage, alleged irregularities in pitch calling, sequences, or even curious on-field behavior that in hindsight raises eyebrows. While these observations are far from conclusive, they add fuel to an already raging fire of controversy. If confirmed, such infractions could bring into question the legitimacy of not only the games in question, but potentially the strategies employed throughout the season. This unfolding drama has become the central storyline of the current baseball campaign, overshadowing even the most thrilling on-field performances. There is also growing chatter among league executives and former players suggesting that this penalty may have been a long time coming. Rumors have circulated in recent seasons about the Yankees leveraging advanced data in ways that skirt the fine line between innovation and illegality. Though nothing was substantiated at the time, today's bombshell adds a layer of credibility to those earlier whispers. Clubhouses around the league are reportedly abuzz with speculation, and some anonymous insiders have hinted that other teams may be implicated in similar conduct, sparking fears of a wider investigation. The Yankees organization has remained tight-lipped, issuing only a brief statement that they are reviewing the league's findings and considering all options. This silence has done little to quell the storm of theories now being exchanged in sports bars, podcasts, and social media threads. Could this punishment mark the beginning of a larger reckoning within MLB? One that forces teams to reevaluate how far they're willing to go in the name of competitive advantage? Or is this an isolated incident magnified by the franchise's iconic stature and the ever-watchful eye of the media? Meanwhile, the fan base has been thrown into a state of confusion and frustration. Yankee supporters, fiercely loyal and deeply invested in the team's storied legacy, are demanding transparency and answers. Some are rallying behind the organization, insisting that the punishment is unfair and possibly motivated by league politics or jealousy over the team's consistent success. Others, however, are beginning to question whether their beloved team may have indeed crossed an ethical boundary. The emotional toll of such uncertainty cannot be overstated. Many fans have taken to forums and radio shows to express their disbelief, some even calling for independent investigations to ensure accountability. Rival fan bases naturally have seized the moment to gloat and amplify the controversy, adding further pressure on the Yankees to respond with clarity and urgency. This growing divide in public opinion highlights the broader implications of the league's decision, not just in terms of standings or statistics, but in the trust and credibility that form the foundation of professional sports. As the baseball world waits for more details, the Yankee season hangs in limbo, overshadowed by a cloud of doubt and the possibility of even more revelations. In the absence of official details, the media frenzy surrounding the punishment has reached fever pitch. Prominent sports journalists and insiders have begun to draw parallels to the Houston Astros scandal, suggesting that MLB may be bracing for another round of intense scrutiny. Yet crucial questions remain unanswered. What specific rules were violated? Who within the organization was aware or complicit? Could coaches, analysts, or even players face further sanctions? With playoff implications hanging in the balance, the stakes could not be higher. League Commissioner Rob Manfred has yet to address the situation directly, a silence that only deepens the mystery and fuels conjecture. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, it is believed that Yankees executives are urgently consulting legal and public relations teams to navigate the unfolding storm. Some reports suggest that the franchise may appeal the decision, setting the stage for a potential courtroom showdown that could drag on for months. Until then, the Yankees' tarnished record will serve as a stark reminder of the scandal, a constant point of discussion as the season progresses. In a sport where tradition and integrity are paramount, the possibility that one of its most revered institutions may have faltered is a storyline that will not soon be forgotten. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.